All right, guys, welcome back to Poetic Charm. I have the supreme honor of being joined by Destiny. And just a little side note about Destiny. Guys, I know you understand this. So there are a difference between girls. There's girls who are exceptional and girls who are basic. And from a guy's point of view, any girl who, for lack of better words, speaks facts and keeps it 100 will always have the respect and admiration of men anywhere in the world. So with that in mind, what up, Dest?
Hey, what's up, guys?
So we're going to have a very real and raw conversation. Some very fun topics to talk about. So Destiny is in college right now. So Des, could you give people a little background about yourself?
I am a graduating senior who attends Hampton University. I am studying strategic communication, and I am minoring in marketing. Yeah.
Interesting. So just out of curiosity, dream world, what would you want to do with that major?
I do plan on hosting events, like maybe one day the BET Awards, or interviewing people on the red carpet, or maybe having my own show one day. I don't know. We'll see.
One day soon, you could just start a podcast and just do it, right?
I actually can, yeah.
By the way, you were just at the BET Awards. How was that like?
It was really dope. Like, I was literally sitting at the BET Awards like, wow, like, I'm here. Like, this is crazy. I still can't believe I was there.
Pretty dope stuff. So, Destiny, college graduate. So, number one, congratulations.
Not yet. Graduating. May 2020, God's willing.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we're just going to say a preemptive congratulations because,
Thank you.
But just the fact that not only are you in college, but focused and not letting any distractions, some things that we're about to talk about, alter your strive for greatness.
Always put my education first.
Amen to that. So the first topic, and I thought it'd be very appropriate since you're in college, and I remember when I was your age, this was always a topic because there were people on either side of the fence. So the question is, what does talking mean to you? And obviously the talking is in quotations because talking means different things to different people.
Talking to me is like pre-dating. You're getting to know someone that you want to take serious. That's why you talk to them instead of becoming their boyfriend or girlfriend right away.
Absolutely. And there is a difference between talking and crossing that barrier to being boyfriend and girlfriend. And at the end of the day, the whole point in talking is to distinguish yourself in a very authentic way. And I feel like the whole term shoot your shot means to be able to shoot that shot in that context.
Definitely. I do agree.
So for people who get offended for talking to multiple people, what would you say to people who get offended by that?
I feel like when people talk to multiple people, I think there needs to be some type of communication. Because you can, I don't know, I've always was told to, my mom always told me, talk to multiple people, have people take you out on dates, but I feel like when you're getting to know people, there's going to be that one person that you want to take to the next level. So I think when it comes to talking, I think people need to sit down and communicate so you guys are on the same page.
Absolutely. There always needs to be communication in successful relationships. And I would say a terrible start to a relationship is a lack of communication and then assuming that you're boyfriend and girlfriend without a formal conversation. I know me, just anecdotally, within the past 3 years, I was talking to someone and things, got physical. However, she one day just slipped and referred to me as her boyfriend. And I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Did I formally ask you to become my girlfriend yet? And then she got all offended.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Because when people talk, they do things. When they talk, they go on dates, or they go around your family and they do things as couples would do. So I guess they assume, but then you can't get mad when they say, "Oh, you're not my boyfriend or girlfriend," because that wasn't communicated to you.
And that's fair. And I don't know if I went as far as to introduce them to my family. So I guess, there's different barriers for that. I mean, for me specifically. So perhaps, to not avoid any confusion, maybe don't do things on that level. I mean, for me, the way I was raised is you don't really bring someone around unless you're that serious.
Yeah.
Like serious as in like engaged serious.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just for me personally.
Yeah.
So that's the school of thought I subscribe to.
Yeah, I never really brought anybody around my mom. Yeah, no one. Nor have I really ever dated, so I didn't really have a reason to bring anybody around to meet my family. I think when I did have a boyfriend, my mom met him into like 6 months, and that was
You hear that, guys? So
that was
essentially,
because
yeah.
he didn't even, after that was a wrap. I even had a prom date that my mom was like, I want to meet him. She didn't meet him till the day of prom.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, for what? Temporary.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So essentially, guys, step your game up, So that's the other part of this podcast, is to give some, hints on how to do things correctly. There's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. So before recording, Des and I were talking about how, for whatever reason, and we all know people like this, whether you're honest enough to admit it's you or honest enough to admit it's one of your probably people closest to you, there's people who are a little bit too strategic and inauthentic on social media.
Yeah. It's sad. Like, social media, honestly, if I wasn't in the major or studying what I study, I probably wouldn't even use social media because it's very toxic. People do things just to get an opinion or to have clout or to fit in on what everyone else is doing. And behind that, without social media, their life is like, it's really unauthentic. Like, I know people personally who live this lavish lifestyle on social media, and I'm like, I know you in real life. Like, you asked me to buy you food.
Oh, wow.
Am I throwing shade or what?
Shade, but it is,
It's true, right?
Yeah, it's definitely true.
It's actually sad. Like, yeah.
And yeah, for whatever reason, it's whoever, they're essentially trying to get the most attention possible. And then depending on who's doing it, obviously guys will do it with materialistic things. Girls tend to do it with materialistic and physical things.
Yep.
So I'm just like, so do you have anything else to offer besides those things?
Yeah, it's all about now. It's just everyone's getting their body done. You have to have this perfect body. I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I thought about getting some work done, but nothing like that. Not for them, not for social media, but just for myself. Nothing too crazy. Probably, just a little,
right,
a little something in my chest, just to, as I'm getting older, I want to look like, an adult. I already look young, so. But yeah, the bodies are bad. I see people walking around bad bodies. Like, if you're going to get surgery, I mean, I don't judge. I don't really care. Whatever makes you happy. But if you're going to go to a doctor, you need to go to somebody who is official.
Exactly.
Because they go under this knife and the doctor is bad.
It's true. And you'll end up being infamous on social media for all the wrong reasons you don't want.
Exactly. For having a bad body.
Yeah. And like you said, no judgment. It just feels like, for whatever reason, it's becoming a rite of passage. So similar to getting a tattoo or getting a piercing, like, oh, let's just go get plastic surgery.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Kardashian effect, I guess, right?
Hey, I like the Kardashians. So I love Kylie Jenner.
Oh, business-wise, monster, phenomenal.
Savage. Don't. I think that's why I like her.
Absolutely. Now, if girls, especially young girls, were to follow and emulate that, I think that's amazing. But unfortunately, it seems that they're following the other path for, I guess, for attention, for clicks.
Definitely for attention. All these Instagram models getting paid to model, messing with rappers and stuff. I don't know.
Now, don't get it twisted. If you're strategically trying to get attention and leverage it into a career, that's different.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing it to,
But some people do it and they don't even get far.
Exactly. And they don't even know where they're going with it. They're just doing it to do it.
Just because it's a trend. Following a trend.
Yeah, 1,000%. So we were also talking about what it's like to be with someone who is not only toxic but miserable and has no interest in becoming happy. What is it like in your experience being with someone like that?
I don't think I've ever actually been with anyone who is miserable and toxic, but it's like if I were in a relationship with somebody, number one, I wouldn't even be in a relationship with someone who was miserable or messing with someone who was toxic, of my knowledge.
And that's kind of the whole point of talking, right?
Yeah.
To, weed those options out.
I don't know. I just think it's dangerous because hurt people, and I feel as though you shouldn't be putting someone else through what you're going. I'd say you just heal yourself, take time out. If you want to talk to other people, do that. But I just feel like, yeah, I think you should take time to yourself, get to know yourself before talking to someone. I just don't like when people have dead weight and they want to take it on to the next person or try to get over to that person. I feel like that's where self-love comes in at, and you need to, figure out who you are, love yourself before you take all that dead weight to someone else.
1,000%. And like you said, take time, because if you carry that dead weight, as you said, to someone else, then you're going to be wasting their time.
Exactly.
And that's, never a cool thing to do.
Yeah.